Well, thank you for that live report. We want to bring in now a geological expert on the impact of this morning's earthquake. Joining us live now is Sarah Minson. She's an earthquake hazards coordinator for Northern California and a geophysicist with USGS. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us. As we just heard during the Cal OES presser, there have been about 80 aftershocks, all not too intense, but that's more than I've ever heard from an earthquake. Is that pretty normal for a quake of this size to produce that many aftershocks?
Aftershocks are common after earthquakes, and this is a very seismically active region. This is the triple junction where not two but three tectonic plates come together. It's the end of the San Andreas Fault and the beginning of the Cascadia subduction zone. Earthquakes happen here very frequently, and this aftershock sequence is productive, but within the range that is expected.
Okay. For me, I grew up here in California. My entire 33 years of life, we've been talking about the potential for the next big one. This is obviously a very large one, but it doesn't seem to be classified as the big one that everyone, talks about. Is that just because of the area in which it hit?
When people talk about the big one, they typically talk about large magnitudes, but that's really not what we want to talk about, because magnitude is just the physical size of an earthquake, and what we care about is the shaking from an earthquake or the damage from an earthquake. And small magnitude earthquakes can produce very strong shaking. For example, in Napa, if you lived through the 2014 magnitude 6 earthquake, in Napa, you probably felt stronger shaking than you felt from the 1906 earthquake. If you've lived through strong shaking, that is the big one for you. And because smaller magnitude earthquakes happen so much more frequently than larger magnitude earthquakes, it's earthquakes like these that are actually the largest source of hazard and damage.
Okay, I know our meteorologist does have a question a little bit about the faults. You were touching on just how active that area is, because it is a pretty interesting setup out there. I'm going to bring in Kyla Grogan, our meteorologist. She's standing by to talk a little bit about that. Kyla?
Hey there, Sarah. Yeah, I just wanted to ask if you could help explain to our viewers the significance of this being the Gorda Plate and its setup, because it is kind of a unique setup compared to, say, a quake that might be just along a fault line, whereas now we're dealing with kind of plates coming together in subduction zones. Could you talk about the Gorda Plate a little bit?
Of course. So in the Bay Area, we're used to earthquakes happening along these long strike-slip faults like the San Andreas Fault or the Hayward Fault that accommodate motion between the Pacific Plate moving to the northwest and slowly bringing Los Angeles up to be a suburb of San Francisco. The Pacific Plate actually ends at Cape Mendocino, and from Cape Mendocino north, the plate that's off the west coast is the Gorda Plate, dipping under the North American plate and beginning the transition into the Cascadia subduction zone that runs along Oregon and Washington.
Okay. Talk to me just a little bit about what a quake of this magnitude should do for the average California resident who maybe didn't feel it, but is obviously hearing about just how large this was and how we should kind of think about earthquakes moving forward from today.
Well, earthquakes are a hazard. This is one of the most seismically active areas of California, but they can happen anywhere. And whenever you feel shaking, what you need to do is simply drop, cover, and hold on to protect yourself. Most buildings are strong and safe and will not hurt you, but the things in your building may hurt you. And so it's really important just to take cover. Don't run outside. Don't do anything crazy. Just get under a desk or a table or anything like that so nothing can fall on you.
We're looking at just some photos of damage done to some structures there. It doesn't seem like any total destruction. Are you surprised by that, considering the magnitude?
So damage is caused by earthquake shaking, and earthquake shaking can be quite variable. It can be localized by the material that you're on. It can be due to the dynamics of the earthquake. So, for example, this earthquake was offshore, but it seems to have ruptured eastward towards the coast, and that seems to have amplified the shaking in certain areas and helped create some localized damage.
Any other thoughts that you have when you heard or did you feel this? Because I didn't feel this. I'm here in San Francisco, but we know people as far south as Los Gatos felt this one.
So, like, your experience of shaking is variable depending on, are you awake or asleep, standing still in a car, even what floor of a building you're on, because the higher you go up in a building, the more the building itself amplifies shaking. So throughout the Bay Area, there are scattered reports of people feeling the shaking, but it's weak enough that in no place did most people feel it. It's typically a few people in every location felt it throughout the immediate Bay Area. But then, of course, as you get closer and closer to the earthquake, shaking increases until there was actually quite destructive shaking in the area of the earthquake itself.
And I know that when it comes to shaking, and if you feel something, it is good to report it there to USGS. Why is that important for you guys?
We love it when you feel shaking. Please report it to the Did You Feel It page. We love it when you don't feel shaking. Report that as well, because that's also a really important data point.
All right, Sarah Minson, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.